Alice can't stay away from that Wonderland. She's
addicted.
She's addicted. I think her crack dealer's up in there.
It's a caterpillar. That caterpillar smoking on a hookah.
I know.
That's why she always sees him before she goes there.
Yeah, I know. Welcome back, bitch. Stay away from your ass over there. I'm sure we can arrange something. Like a butterfly out of your ass. But the thing with Alice is she's way ahead of her time. You know, she's doing things that women shouldn't be doing. Not that I'm saying myself that women shouldn't be doing that, but just because of the time back in the day, they said women can't do that. But no, not Alice. Alice was always doing things her own way. And it's always getting her into trouble. And now she's about to get her mama's house taken away. She don't want to know her place, take a nice job with a pension. She got to have, what you say there, Martin? Aspirations.
That's right. She wants to be a sea captain.
Yeah. But, you know, when things start going wrong, Alice just kind of zone out and go crazy. Basically. Going to all of the world. That's her Wonderland. And it's there that she finds a lot of characters who have helped her out in her predicaments. Mainly that of the Mad Hatter, with Johnny Depp returning.
That's right.
And this time, she can't depend on the Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter says, no, this time I need you to help me out. I don't know what that was.
I don't know. Who is that?
But he says, yeah, you know, I'm not as mad as I was. I'm not as happy as I was. This time I'm
on some hard times.
I'm on some hard times, Alice. I need you. Need you to be my bottom bitch this time. You know, I think my family might be alive, but nobody believes me. And it's up to you to convince people. Alice says, no, you crazy than I am. He's like, oh, you're killing me, girl. You're killing me. So she goes out to find out what is going on with the Mad Hatter's family. Is that family still alive? To do that, she's going to have to go back in time, stealing a special device from Time himself. And Time don't play that. Can Alice pull all this off while at the same time not fucking up Wonderland? Well, first of all, with this film, speaking of time and Wonderland and all this stuff that's going on in her little fantasies, I have to say that this movie looks amazing. The first 15 minutes that they go into Wonderland, it is incredible. It is weird, it's intricate, it's highly detailed. It's like watching an MC Escher painting come to life. I'm amazed at how much detail that they've put into this. When Alice actually has to go and confront time, time is a living, breathing world. Everything is alive with time, and I thought all that was clever. I loved it. And the more I watched all the CG in it, the more I looked at this world and everything, I said, and now it's rare that you ever gonna hear me say this, but I'm like, everything that is CG is cool. It's the humans I don't like. Anytime somebody's just a plain old human or they got makeup on and that's it, I'm bored. The CG characters had way more personality to me. I mean, maybe not the best characterizations, you know, they're not the deepest characters that you find out there, but to me, they were far more interesting than anybody. You know,
no kidding.
Yeah, Alice was boring to me. Anne Hathaway acting like a spaced out hippie chick every time she talking and everything, which I didn't like in the first movie. Acting like she had Woodstock and shit. You know, I didn't like that. But anytime I was looking at these CG characters, I was blown away.
And if your past self sees your future self, what happens? There is no history of it happening, but it is said that if it were to happen, everything would be history. That sounds very dangerous.
It is extremely so.
Because you're not from here. Only you can use it, Alice.
And then kill your family. That's Son of Sam. Destroy them all, Alice.
New York. They must learn.
If you had CG on you, you were fine. Like if you were, you know, if you were like an actor and you were enhanced with CG, like I'm still amazed by what they did with the Tweedledee and the Tweedledum characters.
What's the matter?
The Hatter's the matter. Or the matter of the Hatter. The former. No, the latter.
Tweedles.
He's mad.
Okay, I was looking at this and I was saying, who do they look like? look at them. I mean, and maybe it's just me, but when I was watching them, I said, man, you put a wig on them and some lipstick. To me, they look just like Rebel Wilson, man.
Oh, well,
That's that twin brother from the movie.
yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, I don't think they're related in real life, but like when they were in, was it Bridesmaids?
Bridesmaids,
Right.
say they played twins.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it looks like that actor who looks like her.
Okay. I was wondering why am I so attracted to Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
I think that still doesn't answer that question.
Hey man, you know me. Going back to my days when I was just a lad, I wasn't too picky.
Just all boobs with faces. He's like, I like it.
Yeah, faces instead of nipples right there. Man, I haven't liked Sacha Baron Cohen in a while. I think he's obnoxious. I think his movies aren't as good. I think he's just gone. He's just going for shock value these days. And I forget sometimes how great of an actor he can be. I mean, out of all the characters that are in here, see, that's the thing about it. You're in Wonderland. When you get to some of the characters that are the freaky characters, I like those people, man. And Sacha Baron Cohen plays time itself. And in this particular scene, too, you get the insanity that is supposed to capture the tone of Lewis Carroll.
Is it true that you heal all wounds?
Time is on my side.
Why is that you wait for no man?
I just can't find the time. Cheshire, where have you been? You're late.
Actually, I'm right on time.
He's like, man, I'm getting sick of these goddamn puns.
I know.
What time on my head?
You silly nitwits. Really think that I've not heard these cheap barbs before? Your attempts at mockery fall flat.
Look, diamond flies.
Get your ass up.
You scared the hell out of me. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Now you know what it's like being around you all the time. All those goddamn punches. No, I really like that character, even though he was doing like a cross between Christoph Waltz and Arnold Schwarzenegger, but thought it was fun to watch.
I'm surprised they gave you that scene because that was possibly the best one in the movie.
You know what? And the funny thing is, I fell asleep in the movie for a little bit, and I fell asleep on this part.
I did too.
Right
I was
here?
like, you just showing it now. I was like, I don't even remember that part.
Yeah, I know. I was just kind of like, damn, okay, because I remember asking my girl. I said, what was that part everybody was laughing at? She's like, I don't sleep too.
I was about to say, that was the part that everybody was laughing at. It was like, all right, we finally, got a good scene that's going well, and they nailed it right here, like you said, nailing the Lewis Carroll part.
Yeah. Look, I'm not sitting up here. I'm not like some of these critics who are talking about, well, this is not the Lewis Carroll that I know.
Right.
You didn't know Lewis Carroll. Some of these people probably haven't even read the books. They just want to be purist about something.
Did you read the books?
Actually, I did. I read both of them when I was a kid.
So how accurate is this to Alice Through the Looking Glass?
No. I know it's supposed to be a test. But you expecting me to be like, oh, well, you know what happened. Scene for scene, man. They went back in time and everything, man. Sacha Baron Cohen was in the book. Nah, man. If you try to adapt Lewis Carroll to the strictly by the book to make it a movie, it wouldn't work that well. Disney tried to do it years ago, and it's considered to be a classic because of the artistry. But if anybody goes and watches that, I dare you to say that's a coherent story. It's not.
Sure.
So I admire them for trying to do that here. But the middle of this is dull. And the reason why is because they want to concentrate on everybody but Alice. They want to go in and give everything a backstory. Everybody got to have an explanation. Everybody have a reason for why they are or who they are. The Mad Hatter, going to the movie, mostly being the Sad Hatter. We think. I mean, I know it's not.
How long did you work on that today?
That's
all day. I've been working all week.
I just need one scene where he's not acting. Got it.
Just one. Nah, man. It just feels like they gave it a backstory because they needed something for that character to do. Why? Because it's Johnny Depp. The character tested well. And by the way, I don't know how y'all felt. Fuck his family. I didn't give a shit one bit. I'm like, let's have, speed the movie up. Let's have some fun. I don't give a damn about who his family is or whether his family died or not. I mean, if it felt like it really needed to be there and it felt natural, I'd be down with it. But I don't want to hear that shit. I don't give a damn about his family. Fuck it, make me laugh.
Damn, man. You are cold.
Yo, and now you know what? I know what you're doing. You're trying to pull this thing where it's like, yeah, man, you this and that. But I agree with you. I know you with me on this, Martin.
All right, man. I do agree with you on the fact that it's not accurate to Alice Through the Looking Glass. Outside of that, I thought this movie was just some puerile dog shit. I don't know how you could use the words great or love on this.
Or decent.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, dog's looking at you like, damn, man. I see dog shit and this ain't it, man. I do it
Honestly,
every day.
like, I am no fan of the first movie, but I did not think that they could pull off making one that was worse than that.
Really?
Yes. I mean, honestly, from the moment it begins with Alice on the ship, it's like, all right, you're trying to crowbar your feminist message in here, but okay, that's fine. We live in a new age. This is the kind of thing we're doing. But every conflict that's set up, I'm like, there's an easy resolution to that. There's a simple way to fix this. But hey, we got to get this thing going, so have an excuse for her to go back to Wonderland. And when we get there, what we discover is they have no ideas. Clearly, Lewis Carroll didn't write anything else they could pull from, because this is sequelitis to the max, where it's like we got the license, where the artists have already created things. Let's just get a movie going, because the story, it's not compelling in the least. Yeah, the Mad Hatter is sad. Boo-hoo. I mean, you were a side character to begin with, but now the whole story is about you. Oh, sorry, it's not about you. It's about this family of yours that's been off camera for 2 movies now. Who gives a shit? Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah, he was probably the only thing I liked in it. But he's not doing Arnold Schwarzenegger mixed with something else. This was like the character he played in Hugo in Les Mis. It's the same thing with the same accent he's done for both. Just here, he's more toned down. He's actually like the calmest thing in here.
No, he is.
Those CG characters were annoying as fuck because they had no personality to them.
Man, I like them, man.
They just jumped in every so often and made some kind of lame comment.
I'm sorry I got you upset, man. I'm sorry we doing this review right now.
Man, I was just sitting there like, wow, is this not going to get better at all?
Because the movie before it was ended, I saw his ass rush out.
Oh, yeah, he ran.
He seriously knocked the old woman in the head to get out of the theater, man. I saw his silhouette. I heard that one, ow! You know, it's... And Martin, look,
and getting to that climax, that whole big thing, I don't even want to say what it was, but I was like, yeah, here we go. We got to have the big set piece. 'Cause this is the kind of thing that Tim Burton would have done, except somehow in the middle, even though I wouldn't have liked it, he would have found some way to entertain me. Not this. This is some protege of his who directed it. So it's like we're getting the C-level Tim Burton. Damn, that's how little they respect us.
Oh, Martin, you're making me feel like a piece of shit right now, because I didn't feel like this. I didn't feel anywhere nearly how you feel, man. Because I tell you now
you just slept through it.
No.
Hey man,
I took a small nap.
No judgment. I dozed off too.
No, because I see what you're saying. Because look, now you're making me feel like I'm defending this shit, because I was really upset with a lot of the shit that they did here. But I'm mostly upset about, like, I found the characters cool. I found the visuals great. I mean, I could watch this movie and be satisfied. It was mostly a story thing with me, because backstory was not needed here. Like, one of the biggest things with the backstory, like even more than a Mad Hatter, what made me mad was Helena Bonham Carter.
The Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. And the reason why that made me mad is because what's her backstory? Her backstory is, why is her head so big? And it's like, we don't need to hear that shit.
No.
And the thing is, the story behind it, like the origin story that we get for why her head is so big, oh, she tripped and her head swole.
It makes no sense.
And they never got the fluid out. You know, so.
The dumbest backstory I've ever seen. I think any movie I've gone out and seen ever. I mean, one of the things about this movie is they really mess up on is it's called Alice in Wonderland. And like, even if you go back to the original movie, the animated movie, or the newer one that came out with Tim Burton a couple years ago, there was still a sense of wonder. Now it feels like she's just going through the motions because she's familiar with all the characters. Nothing's new to her. So you're like, all right, I'm just watching some girl try to save the world or save this land because of a very sad friend, and willing to put the world in danger because of your sad friend.
That's the thing about Alice, man. Alice kind of a selfish bitch, man.
She's beyond selfish.
Like, I mean, they're telling her, if you take this, you will destroy the world. But my friend hurt. His feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, the reality would be torn asunder. Your friends will just go into atoms and die. But my friend's sad.
Yeah, you know, your friend gonna be dead if you destroy this world.
Yeah.
But you know, we're talking about Wonderland like it's a real place, and that's the most important thing. Wonderland is not a real place. Wonderland is all in her head. Wonderland is her imagination when she loses her shit and she can't cope with life. Mm-hmm. So therefore, when you know, Wonderland should reflect her reality. It should reflect the problems that she's having in real life.
Exactly.
And it does not do that at all. You know, in her life, people are on her ass because she's a woman and she can't do anything. When she goes to Wonderland, all that is forgotten. And there's so many people that have done this right before. Do you remember American McGee in the game Alice? Alice Into Madness, you know.
Oh yeah.
And with that game,
yeah,
it was
good.
all about Alice. Alice pretty much she lost it. She's gone crazy. And so when you go to Wonderland, Wonderland is dark. Wonderland is being torn apart because Alice herself, her mind's not right.
Jesus.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
and if this Martin's like, shit, I ain't going there.
Play that.
Look, I'm not against them trying to make some feminist statement here as long as it's not too heavy, but why, you know, if you're going to do that, commit to it. Have her go
Commit, thank
have
you.
her go to Wonderland and have maybe she has to. I'm just pulling this out of my ass right now. She has to team up with an enemy. The queen,
Why not? They did.
They did.
Like, how's the queen still in power? Didn't she get exiled in the last
It'd be
movie?
kind of funny if she, you know, maybe a king is up and Wonderland is oppressed and she's got to get with the Queen of Hearts. You know, two women pulled together and do some shit to save Wonderland. But no, all it has to be about what characters did the people like in the last one? What the kids like? Oh, we're gonna still do this Mad Hatter shit. You know, making me fucking mad right now. This is they dropped a lot. They dropped a lot of opportunity for this movie right here to be a better film.
Right. I feel like one of the bigger things is, especially in the animated one and the more recent ones, when she went to Wonderland, yeah, as adults we know, all right, this is her just trying to cope. But if you were a kid, you'd be like, all right, she fell into this rabbit hole, or you know, she did this. But this is the movie I finally realized Alice is just a junkie. Because she goes through some life struggles. She can't handle that shit. She goes and gets high. Like, there was even a line in here. They're like, yeah, we found you shaking on the ground, trying to crawl under the couch, screaming about the atmosphere. I was like, this bitch is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. She blacks out for days. She's like, what the fuck am I? She's like, you were under the couch muttering to yourself, talking crazy. We have to institutionalize your ass.
My friend's a caterpillar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You seen the dude in the hat? And and it's not addressed. Not even at the end of the movie. She comes back out like everything is normal, and her mother never says, "Fuck, take her, man, get her now." Put her in a coat. Nobody's waiting with a big butterfly net. You know, time travel seems like a real derivative thing to try to pull right because, hey, everybody time traveling now.
Right.
I've seen about 3 time travel movies in shows in the past 2 months. But they acknowledge that in the Disney classic. I mean, the White Rabbit is all about time.
I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late.
You know who that voice is?
It's Mr. Smee from Peter Pan.
It's Bill. I think his name is Bill Thompson. You know who else? Whose other voice he did?
Who else? Did he do Carve in the Jungle Book?
No, he did.
You know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense.
Did he take meth for one and heroin for
So
the
what I was
other?
about to say, so when he's coked up, he's like this.
For a very important.
And then when he comes down, that's him right there. Oh boy.
Dog, now.
I can't make it to work today.
Dayquil, NyQuil.
My hat is off to the special effects team here. I mean, this is the character. I know you said it's too much, Martin, but I enjoyed all the creativity that went behind that. I don't hate it as much as you do because I hate that first Alice in Wonderland movie. I hate that film. And I was kind of okay with the movie. But then they did, I mean, that's rare that you would give me one scene in a movie that would make me hate it. I mean, because the one thing I can say about this, Alice, she ain't never crip walking in this, you know. She ain't ever dancing. She ain't ever doing this, you know, they don't ever make the Mad Hatter start breakdancing. I hate this.
Why does it look weird?
Because it is weird. You know,
Bootleg version.
Yeah, okay.
Martin, I show so much bullshit up here, and you ain't never asked about the quality. Martin even liked this movie. Now he's like, man, I can't see him dancing. What's wrong?
This is 1080p.
I didn't get this at Best Buy, Martin. I jacked this off the internet.
Okay, all right, sorry.
I can't see his moves. His smooth moves. You know, they ain't doing none of that in there, so that's why I don't.
What about the big dance number at the end?
I think I was out by that.
Yeah, they brought in Pink for a big dance number at the end.
Fuck that. No, I was gone. I was gone before that.
Yeah, I was too, but I got told about it.
Well, come on, man. They might have been lying to you. You don't know.
What would be the point of that? Three different people decide to get together and form this lie.
Pull the hell out of Martin.
You don't know, Martin. They might have been messing with you. You know, be fair. Let your eyes speak for you, Martin.
So those 2 scenes of what just ruined, like, made you hate that movie.
I hated it.
If those weren't in there, how would you feel about that movie?
I would probably say it's a rental. If it were not in the movie for the first Alice in Wonderland, I'd probably say that. And being that I didn't see that dance number at the end, so
It's there. Whether you saw it or not, it's still
I
there.
didn't see it. So that bear does not shit in the woods, Martin. I don't know. But you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let you talk first, man. Go ahead and
Some more bullshit. There we go.
All right, straight up.
This movie was fucking awful. I'm sorry, I couldn't stand this shit. And this was somebody that stayed coherent and conscious the whole time. I was like, there was moments I was like, all right, I get it. And the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, all right, so is this made for kids? Is this made for adults? Because a lot of the stuff that's like happening is too scary for kids. There was a kid next to me just shaking his ass off and holding on to his dad for dear life.
Oh, I saw. You know what? I saw that kid get taken out too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that was a kid that I yelled, "Bitch!"
And like,
Sir, you. Oh.
and like this had one of those things where you could tell a movie is bombing that people are starting to just give pity laughs and pity claps to. It was basically the same thing what happened with Batman v Superman. People like, it's supposed to be good, so clap her at this moment. But that's what it was. It was all struggle. And when you got to force yourself to laugh or enjoy a movie, it's some old bullshit.
Yeah, it felt like there were no real stakes in this.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it was Tim Burton that is the reason why I didn't like the movie. You know, there's a script involved, there's a studio involved, there's powers that are at play that make this movie what it is, and that's in this particular movie. I'll give it to you guys. You're right. This is a film where it's just it's an obligatory sequel. You know, we got to make this. Whatever script y'all on at this moment, whatever, finish that shit up and give it to us now. We got to get this out next week. And you know, it's a movie that know they're going to make money with, and they will make money because if I have my lenient sign come up, and I have to say that kids will love it. I know kids are not always the best, barometer to judge these movies by, but there's so much going on. If I was a kid watching this, I would just love the visuals. I'd be swept up in this. I would have the best time. I would have a great time watching it. They're just very, very. I'm just disappointed when you know that they've taken material that's kind of inspired and they can do even better with it to update it, and they don't do it. They do it just so that they can cash in at a particular time before that frame is gone. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna be just a little bit lenient on this more than you.
Bitch, you're being a bitch, man.
Bitch made.
Go across my room. I give this. I give it a rip. You go through.
I don't want to get nonsense on me.
Right.
Fucking traitor.
Yeah. Keep your bitch cooties over there.
The funny thing you say is, like, if I was a kid, I enjoyed this. Did you hear any kids having fun in that movie?
I did.
No,
you did.
Adults laughing in that movie than it was kids.
I did. The kid in me was like
The kid and you fell asleep.
You know what? That's the other thing. I had a nice nap, so I was refreshed. So I enjoyed this a little more than you did. You cranky guys over there, you were tired. That's all.
I stayed awake.
I was tired of watching that bullshit.
Yeah.